How can someone so hot make everything around her so blasted cold? Ladies and gentlemen, beings of all types, I present to you Naya Marie Mangaione. Ice, a short story written by Naya Marie Mangaione. The human brain is an amazing instrument. Think about it. See what I did there? That little, somewhat ball-shaped pile of gray matter is the essential life force of us all. It permits bodily activities, produces pain and pleasure, and our moods. It gives us the ability to grow and learn, the ability to remember. Dreams and hopes are produced there, along with nightmares. It can be our worst enemy, or it can protect us from ourselves. How do I make it stop? That was the question I couldn't find the answer to. I'd been pondering the conundrum for weeks, scraping through all the recesses of my brain, trying to remember things I knew I had to know. Something was blocking me, some small barrier in my brain, preventing me from finding answers. I felt like a freak. I had no control over this insane ability I was born with. My hands were like balls of ice, and everything I touched crystallized to the point that I'd taken to wearing gloves. In New Orleans. In July. Now, you may be thinking making ice wouldn't be such a bad ability to have in that heat, which would be true, if I could control it. Trip knows something is up, but she's saying little. It's like there is another barrier in my life that has popped up between me and my best friend and sister. There are things we need to say, things we need to discuss, but we are excelling at avoidance. Every time I look at her, I see her dead body on the floor. I see the knife that I stabbed through the heart of our father protruding from her chest. And the guilt consumes me. I'd killed our father. I'd killed my sister. What kind of person am I? I'm convinced there's more information hiding in the depths of my mind, waiting to bombard me when I least expect it. I think I remember it all, but then I see these blanks that don't make sense. What I do remember: pain, heartbreak, loss. Is there any reason the happy times of my life are hiding? Or is that why I chose to forget to begin with? Because there never were any happiness. I refuse to believe that it could be true. I've seen flashes of smiles and joy. I've felt the warmth spread through me as certain memories surface, regardless of how fleeting they are. So much confusion is racking me. So many unanswered questions. I feel like I'm losing my ever-loving mind. I need control. I need help. What is the damned key to figuring it all out? I knew of only one person that could help me. His name an echo floating through my thoughts, popping up at every barrier. Marves. And he's nowhere to be found. Anyway, back to my brain. Last night, I dreamed of the cold. Winter in Philadelphia as a child. I stood upon a hill in the dark, looking out over the woods that encroached on the property we lived on. The snow was to my ankles, and I was shivering, my arms wrapped around my body, my teeth chattering as the cold wind whipped my hair around my face. I could see the house, the warm light shining through the windows, creating glowing pools in the snow. I needed to get there. With every step, the distance seemed to grow, the cold becoming more unbearable, the snow now up to my knees in the few seconds I'd stood there. Naya, come inside. Your lips are blue. I could hear Nona's voice, and the shock at the idea of seeing her had my feet moving like nothing else could have done. With all my strength, I ran toward the house, the snow now halfway up my thighs, slowing my progress. My skin was so cold it was burning, My fingertips now lacked all feeling, my bare toes sticking to the wet snow. My hand reached for the handle to the house as a scream rang out. I couldn't move fast enough. Throwing the door open, I froze, quite literally, as I stared at the frozen wasteland that had been my home. I woke with a start. A cold sweat beaded on my skin, the dream clinging to me as I sucked in harsh breaths, pulled the blanket tighter around me. That's when I noticed the window, covered in ice. A window covered in ice on the inside in New Orleans in July. What the actual fuck? Just because I had a dream?